Yo, it's your boy Dino, man, back in this thing with some more free game. And good morning. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. I'm building product. I'm building product to distribute, but I have to share with you guys, man, a lot of valuable information. So, again, my name is Dino Spumoni, man. I'm a retired veteran, man. I did 15 years in the military. Been all over the world, man. Been all over the world. Actually fought in war, like a war veteran, man, with stories to tell for days. But that's not why I decided to do this video right here. I decided to do this video because I need to show people and tell people the ugly side of success, man, and what success looks like. I have to smoke because my lifestyle isn't normal per se. Like, currently I'm a college student. And I go to Winthrop University now, pursuing my undergrad degree in cybersecurity. But I already have a master's degree in human resource management, and I have undergrad degree in psychology from North Carolina A&T State University. I'm 38 years old. I was a signal communications officer first when I joined the military, and then I switched to infantry, and then I ended in the artillery in recruiting command as a recruiting commander. And I had my son, me and my wife. I'm married. Me and my wife had our first son, and then shortly after that I had my daughter. But I'm disabled, man. I'm a disabled vet due to my injuries that I sustained overseas. So I had to figure something out because I'm technically not employable by design, man. Like my wounds are mainly my wounds that I suffered are internal, TBI, concussions. It's a lot, man. My sheet, mandible issues, like my jawline had to be like redone, but which I'm perfectly fine now. But on this journey, I've noticed as a civilian, people operate slightly different. And I ain't even gonna say slightly different. People in the civilian world, I would say, look at success slightly different than a soldier or someone who served looks at success. And I'm not on here to brag about who's more successful than who else, but I'm gonna tell you right now, if you are a army person or a serial careerist, like you've served in a capacity over the norm, 20 years, 15 years, anything along those lines, you were committed to something. And it hits different when you jump ship and try to make it better for your family and for yourself, because society ain't gonna look at you the same. Society puts you in a box when you don't belong in one. You'll be surprised the everyday struggles that I have as a college student now that already played the college game. Majority of my professors are younger than me, and I have life experience. Not saying I discredit their experience, because everyone's journey is their own, but I've had my fair share of death experience, near-death experience, and then survival experience, telling my story now on the opposite side of hustle. Because now I don't have to hustle as hard because of the sacrifices that I made early in life, way earlier than most. And I'm gonna give you an example. When I was in my 20s, I had already traveled the world for the most part. I have already lived in pretty much everywhere already. You name it, continent-wise, I was there for short or long term, whether it was holiday or actually serving, like working. I did casualty assistance in like Vietnam and stuff. So my eyes, I have very unique eyesight compared to most. But I digress. Let's talk about my YouTube channel and where I'm headed with this YouTube channel. So as a disabled Army veteran who's navigating through life, I'm married, like I said, I have a son and a daughter. I was blessed with a son and a daughter. My eyesight is different, like my perspective. So now I'm dealing with the challenges of being a unicorn and trying to get people to understand how valuable my products are. You know what I'm saying? And it's just most people would be like it's a business card, but it is a value stream card, and it goes into the subject at hand. The ugly side of success. Now that I got my background out the way. When I show people what I made and I tell them that my product is built on the apocrypha and the truth, like my product is built on the truth. When I realized a lot of people don't know what an apocrypha was, it sort of let me know that I was on the right path. And I have for my whole life a interest in technology and metaphysics. I've always been interested in metaphysics, and most people don't know what metaphysics is. Hence my channel now is going to be pretty much around metaphysics and my company brand, #Black Stay at Home Fathers. Google me, #first Black Stay at Home Fathers. But metaphysics isn't a topic that most people know about, man. I promise you, if you are a Black stay-at-home father that's married, you have been living through metaphysics your entire life. Metaphysics is the study of just asking clarity, asking questions, and it is going to be critical for people, especially if you are an entrepreneur, business owner, to start. My bad. Memory was full on my phone. But I was saying, if you are a small business or entrepreneur or coach or whatever, I highly recommend you start implementing metaphysics in your offers. Offer people resources to metaphysical topics. Because if you are an African American, you understand metaphysics way more than you think, man. Those people out there in the world who have struggled, like if you deal with struggle, like if you deal with rational or logic, or if you're a spiritual person, a high level spiritual person, highly recommend you start learning more or follow my channel on metaphysics. It's not common knowledge. It's if you look up metaphysics, you will end up in philosophy, or you will end up in prehistoric, like BC, on truth. What is the truth? And that's what metaphysics seems to allude to, answering. Why do we exist? And just questions about, if, as an example, if you think you're right about how you're living, and I think I'm right about how I'm living, what is living? Define it. You know what I'm saying? It's the third party, if you will. Metaphysics answers the questions of life where there's no one on the other side of it. For example, who's Jesus Christ? Who's God? What is Christianity? No, not the study of and the denominations that come from it. What is it and why is it a thing? That's what metaphysics answers. It takes you down the truth spiral to continue to ask questions to see if you're on the right path of living right. And I would tell you, me being a unicorn and living this human condition that we live now, I'm keeping it real with y'all. Hopefully you're following me. Like, follow, share, and subscribe if you are. Everyone will have a interesting perspective on everything. Everyone has a way that they believe is the best way to do something, even if they've never done it. And if you ask them metaphysically more questions on their rationale or their opinion on why they suggested whatever they suggested, you're going to piss people off, and they don't like that. No one wants to be held accountable for nothing that they done. Hence, metaphysics solves that equation. It literally makes you question yourself, and you have to dig deep inside. Metaphysics is a weapon, and it's very powerful if wielded properly, because those who understand metaphysics knows how to transcend other people into a space that they didn't even know existed. Metaphysics deals with studying the fourth and fifth dimension. It's bigger than matter and skin. Now I'm freestyling, man. I'm digging deep within to deliver this message. This is how I'm going to start structuring my content, because it's really organic, and a lot of people need to know that this discipline exists in order to disconnect themselves with material things, specifically cash. Once you start studying metaphysics, you realize how money operates and how wealth is created. That's what this channel is for. How to distribute content in a manner that's impactful, at the same time teaching people about paper, not even money, about paper. I look at this as paper and wealth creation. My creation creates wealth. You know what I'm saying? I see the value in it, and when I explain it to people about my value stream car is built on metaphysics properties, they lose it. They lose it, man, because it's the good inside of it. It's the good that comes with how you distribute the product. Metaphysics, man. We live in a society nowadays where people need to understand that these disciplines exist. Value stream business cards, man. 100% conversion with every engagement because of the model that's on it. When I talk about metaphysics, the intrinsic value of oneself embodied in a business card, but it's value streams on here, because I have a YouTube channel, value streams, you get it? Play on words, metaphysics. I learned that through metaphysics, man. So again, this is your boy Dino, man. If you're feeling this topic, like, follow, share, and subscribe. My apologies in advance, because I know how brand deals work. If a brand is interested in this, I am a combat veteran that struggles with PTSD. Like, even now I'm having a moment, but that's how I'm able to create this content when I be in my isolation. No one's listening but the world. You know what I'm saying? Only a select few. Many are chosen, are few. Many come, few are chosen. I was chosen. Like stay-at-home fathers. There's only one. There's only one, hashtag Black Stay-at-Home Father. You can Google it and you'll find 101. Legacy technology built on the concepts of metaphysics.